Hello students, in this video lecture you will learn the geometrical representation of a complex number. Let us suppose z equal to a plus iota b, where a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. Then you can also represent this number as the ordered pair, that is a comma b. The first number is the real part, comma b, imaginary part. This number is represented by a point P whose coordinates are referred to a rectangular axis x o x dash and y o y dash, which are called real axis and imaginary axis respectively. Now what does this mean? This means that we can represent any complex number on a rectangular axis. What are rectangular axis? This x o x dash, this axis is the real axis. This means that we can represent a real part on this axis, and y o y dash is the imaginary axis. This is our imaginary axis. Let us suppose our P point lies here. P equal to, P point is a comma b. This means this distance is a distance and this distance is b distance. This distance is b distance. Then we can represent a line from origin to point P. This OP is the modulus of complex number. This OP is the modulus of complex number. Now what is modulus of complex number? You have already studied this. It is the square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. So this OP is the length and it is equal to the modulus, which is equal to square root of a square plus b square. You can write the distance from origin to the complex number is called the modulus. I have written here, distance of any complex number from the origin is called the modulus of complex number, equal to mod z equal to root a square plus b square. Now angle of any complex number, here the angle theta. Now angle of any complex number with the positive direction of x-axis. What is the positive direction of x-axis? It is the anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise means not clockwise. Anti means not. Not clockwise means counterclockwise. You can also use counterclockwise here, not clockwise as well as anti-clockwise. Most of the books use anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise means the direction which our clock does not follow. This direction is anti-clockwise. And this direction is the clockwise direction because the hands of the clock follow this direction, clockwise direction. 12, 1, 2, it moves like this, so it is clockwise direction. If it moves opposite to the clockwise direction, it is called anti-clockwise direction. So we will check the direction as anti-clockwise because in mathematics anti-clockwise direction is taken as positive direction. So angle of any complex number with positive direction of x-axis is called the amplitude or argument. This is called the argument. Argument is more famous as compared to amplitude. Argument of z. We can also write argument of z by arz. Arz argument. Arg of z. Argument, right? You can write arg for argument. Argument of z equal to theta. This theta is general theta, but if you restrict the angle theta to be lie between minus pi to pi, if we restrict the angle from minus pi to pi, then we can say that the theta is the principal argument. It is the principal argument. Here it is equal sign, or here it is without equal. Minus pi less than theta less than equal to pi. This is the principal argument. What is the meaning of principal argument? This means that angle which lies closest to the positive direction of real axis. Now you all know that this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Here x is positive, y is positive, so you can write plus comma plus here. In the second quadrant, x is negative while y is positive, so you can write minus comma plus here. In the third quadrant, you know that x is negative as well as y is negative, so you can put minus comma minus here. And in the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. Always write the value of x before the comma and the value of y after the comma, right? Now you also know that in the first quadrant, all the trigonometric values, sine value, cos value, tan value, cot value, secant value and cosecant value, all are positive in first quadrant. In the second quadrant, which is positive, you have read this in the 10th class, the rule after school to college. You must have heard this, right? This means all positive. This means S means sine positive, T means tan positive, C means cos positive. After school to college rule. This rule is made just to remember the sign pattern. A means after, S means school, T means to, C means college. Here A represent all, S represent sine, T represent tan and C represent cos. You also know that what is the reciprocal of sine? What is the reciprocal of sine? Cosecant theta, right? If sine is positive in second quadrant, then cosecant theta is also positive in second quadrant. And what is the reciprocal of tan theta? The reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta. And if tan theta is positive in the third quadrant, then cot theta will also positive in third quadrant. And in the fourth quadrant, cos theta is positive, so reciprocal of cos theta, which is secant theta. Secant theta is also positive in the fourth quadrant, right? Now if this angle is theta in the first quadrant, now when the value of x is negative and y is positive, then in the second quadrant, then our point moves to the second quadrant and theta will become this angle. This is our theta. Now I am writing the rule for first quadrant, for second quadrant, for third quadrant and for fourth quadrant, right? In the first quadrant, the value is theta. In the second quadrant, the value becomes, you know that this is 0, this is 90, or you can write 90 degree or pi by 2, because the value of pi is 180, 180 by 2 is 90. So this is pi by 2, or this is 180 degree, or you can say pi, because value of pi is 180, or this is 3 pi by 2 equal to 270 degree. You can put 180 here and check, this comes out to be 270 degree. Now in the second quadrant, our principal argument, we are talking about the principal argument. The principal argument PAL, here it is PAL, not PLE. Yes, it is PAL. I am damn sure now. Principal with PLE means Siddhant, or principal PAL, principal means either school principal, college principal, or this argument principal. Now in the second quadrant it will become, this is pi or this is theta, so you can write here pi minus theta. This means that subtract theta from the whole value pi, right? In the third quadrant, when P will move in the third quadrant, then this is our theta, total angle theta. Now it is very clear to see that to approach the value P in the third quadrant, it is easier to move from the clockwise direction. It is easier to move from the clockwise direction, and if we move clockwise direction, then value will be negative, because I have told you that for anti-clockwise we take positive sign and for clockwise we take negative sign. So the value will be minus of pi minus theta, minus of the value in the second quadrant. And in the fourth quadrant again it is easy to find, or it is smallest value to find from the clockwise direction. So overall this is theta, but you will write minus theta, theta the value and minus for the clockwise direction. Let us do one example. Example number 8 from your book. Convert minus 16 over 1 plus iota root 3 into polar form. Now first we need to find the value of z in the form of a plus b iota. For that we need to multiply and divide by 1 minus iota root 3, 1 minus iota root 3. It will be minus 16 into 1 minus iota root 3 over a plus b, a minus b, that is a square minus b square. It will become minus 16 plus 16 root 3 iota over 1 minus iota square into 3 square, that is 3. It is minus 16 plus 16 root 3 iota over 1 minus, the value of iota square is minus 1, so it will be minus 1 into 3, that is minus 16 plus 16 root 3 iota over 1 plus 3, that is minus 16 plus 16 root 3 I over 4, that is minus 4 plus 4 root 3 iota. This is our z. This is our z. Now let the real part equal to r cos theta, because we need to express this into the polar form. In the polar form equal to r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. So we are introducing r here. Let real part equal to r cos theta and imaginary part equal to r sin theta. Scaring and adding. This is the rule. You must follow this rule in all the questions. Scaring and adding, we get minus 4 square plus 4 root 3 square. That means square and add left hand side into the left hand side and right hand side into the right hand side. Minus 4 square 16 plus 4 root 3 square, 4 square 16 root 3 square 3 equal to, taking r square common, you will get cos square theta plus sin square theta inside the bracket. Now what is the value of cos square theta plus sin square theta? It is 1. You have already done this in your 10th class. 16 plus 48 equal to r square. So r square will become 64 and the value of r is plus minus 8. Now as you know that this is the value of r, that is mod z. This is the length, or length is always positive, so reject r equal to minus a, because length can never be negative. Length can never be negative. कभी भी length negative नहीं होगी. Right? Now you have find the value of r, and now your purpose is to find the value of theta. Now put the value of r in these two equations. That is minus 4 equal to 8 cos theta and 4 root 3 equal to 8 sin theta. Solve both the equations. Minus 4 over 8 equal to cos theta. 4 root 3 over 8 equal to sin theta. That is cos theta will become equal to minus 1 by 2 and sin theta will become root 3 over 2. Right? Now see, sin theta is positive, cos theta is negative. Can you check theta lies in which quadrant? We need to find that quadrant where the value of sin theta is positive and cos theta is negative. Sin theta is positive in first and second quadrant, but in first quadrant cos theta will also be positive, so rejecting first quadrant we get that theta lies in the second quadrant. Theta lies in the second quadrant. So what will be the value of principal argument? Because here we need to put theta as principal argument. It will be, I have said that when the theta lies in second quadrant, the value will be pi minus theta. Pi minus theta. Now what will be theta? Now see, the value of cos is 1 by 2. Now leave the negative sign because we have done with the negative sign purpose. The value of cos theta is 1 by 2, sin theta is root 3 by 2. Then at theta equal to 60 degree, because sin 60 degree root 3 by 2 and cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, and we can write 60 degree as pi by 3 because the value of pi is 180, so you can write pi by 3. So here it will be pi by 3, pi minus that angle theta, that is pi by 3. So after taking LCM we get principal argument as 2 pi by 3. So our required polar form will be equal to r. R is 8 into cos 2 pi by 3 plus iota sin 2 pi by 3. This is the answer. Right? You can pause the video and note down this example on your notebook. Now move on to one question from the exercise. Let us start question number 5, that is minus 1 minus iota. We need to express this number in the polar form. Now this is z because it is already expressed in the form of a plus b iota. So we will start from let real part equal to r cos theta, imaginary part is minus 1 because value of a is minus 1, value of b is minus 1. This iota represent that this is the imaginary part, so we will take b as minus 1 only. Real part equal to r cos theta and imaginary part equal to r sin theta. Equation 1, equation 2, scaling and adding. Scaling and adding. We get minus 1 square plus minus 1 square equal to r square. cos square theta plus r square sin square theta, which is 1 plus 1 r square cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is 1. So r square equal to 2. R will be plus minus root 2, but r is positive root 2 because r can never be negative. R can never be negative because it is length. Length can never be negative, right? Now put the value of r equal to root 2 in equation number 1 and 2. In equation 1 and 2 we get minus 1 equal to root 2 cos theta, minus 1 equal to root 2 sin theta. This will be equal to cos theta equal to minus 1 by root 2, sin theta equal to minus 1 by root 2. Now cos theta is negative, sin theta is negative. Both are negative. Both are negative in the third quadrant, right? So we need to find the value of theta now. Leave the negative sign. At what angle the value of sin theta and cos theta is 1 by root 2? You know that it will be at 45 degree, and 45 degree we can write it as pi by 4 because 180 by 4 equal to 45, right? Yes. So principal argument will be equal to, now the rule says minus of pi minus theta, minus of pi minus pi by 4, which is equal to minus of 4 pi minus pi over 4, that is minus 3 pi by 4. This is our principal argument. So we will express the number z into the polar form, that is z equal to r cos theta plus iota sin theta, which is equal to root 2 cos minus 3 pi by 4 plus iota sin minus 3 pi by 4. Now you all know that cos of minus theta is cos theta because cos function is even function, so it doesn't alter whether the sign of angle is positive or negative. But sine of minus theta is minus sin theta. This happens why? Because sin theta is odd function, so we will take out the negative sign outside the angle, right? So this will become equal to root 2 cos of 3 pi by 4. We can leave this negative sign because of cos function, plus iota into minus sin 3 pi by 4. And in the last step we can bring this negative sign here. This will be our answer. If you have any doubt regarding this video, you can ask your doubt in the comment section. Thank you very much.